Hi folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I'm actually going to give a brief review of the Pimax 5K and Pimax 8K headsets, which I actually had the chance to check out last night in San Francisco. We started out with the Pimax 5K, and they had a hand tracking module, which to me was very similar to a Leap Motion, but they indicated is not a Leap Motion module. The field of view was definitely noticeably larger than the Rift or Vive, and it felt like you were moving from a standard 4x3 television screen size to a widescreen TV or possibly even an HD TV. That's the only way I can really describe the difference in the field of view and resolution. The demo experience was an application that's actually available on the Leap Motion website called Mirrors, and it was the only product that they had made available to us to demo with the 5K headset. While the device does claim to be a 5K headset, it's really two 2K screens, and it gives what the Pimax creator described as a 2.5K resolution. The dark demo made it really hard to capitalize on the resolution of the screen, but the widescreen extending into my peripheral view was definitely outstanding. Hand tracking was really a lot better than I've had with previous demos with a Leap Motion controller. So even if they are leveraging Leap Motion technology, it's definitely worth the investment if you want to check out or develop for hand tracking yourself. While I was impressed by the range that the module picked up, there are currently very few VR games and experiences that leverage hand tracking. So you'd be making an investment in a module that may not get much use in the future if developers don't adopt it. I felt like the Pimax 5K definitely had a boost up in resolution and great black colors, but with the demo I can't really speak to the overall fidelity of the device. Would I pick it up over a Rift or a Vive? Maybe. One of the issues with the device was that the IPD was not adjustable. I didn't really have any issues with the IPD on the 5K device, but I had some significant challenges with the 8K. The controller that we used in the 8K demo, I can only really describe as a copy of the Vive one. It wasn't as responsive as a real Vive controller, and while it's a prototype, I can't say for sure that the finished product will be improved. If having a wider field of view is super important to you, and it's worthwhile to you over the already established Vive or Rift, and you're willing to take the gamble with currently unavailable but promised IPD adjustment, then the Pimax 5K is slightly more expensive than an HTC Vive on Kickstarter at just $649 complete with controllers and Lighthouse tracking. It does also include Lighthouse 2.0 tracking. That's what's been promised at least. The current demo is not. It's the same as what you currently have in a box with a Vive. So that would give you the ability to do room scale with multiple lighthouses throughout your entire house, or if you have an arcade or a large warehouse, you could stretch out the experience across a much larger space. If you have a Vive already, existing lighthouses and controllers will work with the Pimax 5K and bring the price down for the headset alone to $399. That's still a bit of a pricey upgrade over the Vive, but it may pan out if the Pimax ecosystem and widescreen 200-degree field of view is something that you want to invest in. After the Pimax 5K, I got to try out two experiences with the Pimax 8K headset. Prototype Vive 1 style controller was tethered to the PC via USB because it didn't include the necessary dongle to be driven by the headset and to be recognized by the lighthouses and SteamVR. It was still functional, but again, it didn't feel quite as good as a Vive controller. In its present state, the controller was definitely well loved, with tape holding parts of it together. Our first experience that we got to try out was Fruit Ninja. In the game, I noticed that the center portion of the screen was a bit blurred and out of focus compared to the sides when I tried to view just head on. If I turned my eyes slightly in a somewhat uncomfortable manner, then the resolution became very sharp. So because of that, kind of stretching my eyes a bit, I feel like it was probably due to not having the ability to fine-tune to my IPD that this was causing some issues for me. I was able to play the game just fine. I could see objects definitely in my peripheral view. Those objects did not appear to be stretched or distorted. I've had some experience. I used the Star VR headset at an IMAX arcade, which is also a 200-degree field of view, and definitely everything on the sides is just stretched and blurred. I did not see that or experience that with the Pimax 8K. I would definitely liken it again to either a widescreen view or moving from a binocular view type style with the Vive or Rift to a more panoramic view with the Pimax 8K. The 200-degree resolution and dual 4K definitely makes a significant difference from the Vive and Rift, but it doesn't necessarily enhance gameplay with your existing games or the quality of experience that you have in games. Where the resolution really shined was when we tried out our second experience, which was big screen, and we were able to test out and see actual text and items on a virtual desktop, and they were definitely sharp and had full fidelity. I can definitely recommend the Pimax 8K over a Vive or Rift if you're looking for a headset primarily for desktop applications or games which take advantage of that full wide panoramic view. Movies would probably look fantastic in the headset as well. For standard gameplay though, I'm not completely sold on the Pimax 8K. I'm not sure that it offers anything more over the Vive and Rift. But if screen door and FOV are huge pet peeves to you, then the Pimax 8K may be a worthy investment if you don't already own a Rift or Vive. If you do, especially if you own a Vive, the upgrade in resolution and the ecosystem of plug-in modules for hand tracking, eye tracking, wireless, and anything else that people develop for this that utilize USB ports that are USB-C compatible on either the top or bottom of the headset may make the investment worthwhile and possibly future-proof your VR for a few years. The final headset's going to plug into your high-end PC via DisplayPort and USB 3.0 on a single cable. It's going to have software IPD adjustment via a small knob located at the bottom right of the headset. Users will be able to control headphone volume via up and down arrows on the top of the headset, and a power button is also located there. Overall, it was a good experience, and it was a great time not only meeting the creators of the Pimax, but also a lot of other VR enthusiasts at the gathering where I got to test this out in San Francisco. Both the Pimax 5K and Pimax 8K, as well as a Pimax 8KX, are currently available on Kickstarter, and I'll link to that in the description of this video. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'll be back with more VR content soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.